Hi everybody, this is Dr. Bricker here. I am your lab instructor for Physics 220. We don't actually have a lab this first week, but I just kind of wanted to show you where things are located in the class and that sort of thing. So hopefully you got the Welcome to Physics 220 announcement. So this is Brightspace. This is the lab part of the class. It's a separate class when you log into Brightspace. So again, welcome to the lab. The lab is online. It's going to be a program called Pivot Interactives. There will be more detailed information about how to log into that end of this week, beginning of next week. But again, this week, no lab, but we will have virtual labs. So as far as the class goes, hopefully you got this announcement that I sent out. One thing to make sure that you do with Brightspace is we're getting used to Brightspace. If you click your name up here, go to notifications, make sure that you actually have the notifications turned on for announcements and different things like that. So you actually have to select this part. I've selected them all except for content. So you can do whatever you want. Content, every time I change something in the module, you'll get a notification. I don't know if that's actually very useful. And if you don't want to have them all on for all of your classes, you can come down here, click Manage Exclusions, and do that. And you could hit Save. Also, if you wanted to get the app, whether it's for Apple or Google, you can download the app and get notified through your phone. I believe if you do that, though, you have to check SMS to get a text notification. I didn't do that. I'm just getting emails for different things like that. Also, make sure that you set your time zone. So go to Account Settings, and then you can come down here. The default is not Chicago time, I believe, so I changed mine to Chicago time. Okay, and you can take a look through some other settings if you want to. Again, I've already done that, so I'll hit Cancel. Now, where stuff was located for the class is mostly on content. Although, if you want to send me an email, let me go back to that. If you hit Class List, you can go down and then send me an email. Or I think you could just hit the email tab up here maybe as well. Okay, so we've got content here. Oh, sorry, content. Yeah. So here's the lab syllabus, and a little bit about myself. Dr. Glenn Bricker, Associate Professor of Physics. I've been at P&W for 12 years. Actually, I started at Purdue North Central in Westville. I got my bachelor's degree at Purdue Calumet when it was Purdue Calumet, my master's and PhD from West Lafayette, and then I came here to Purdue North Central. I thought that would be my last Purdue, but as it was, now it's Purdue Northwest. I live in Valpo. I'm married. My son actually just started at Purdue Fort Wayne. And let's see, we've got one dog. So that's a little bit about me. Through the semester, I'll probably share a little bit about my research, too, as it applies to what we're doing in class. Best way to get in contact with me is through email. Here's my email address, gbricker@pnw.edu. This is my office phone in Westville. If I'm there, I'll answer it, but with COVID, I'm not going to be actually physically in the office as much as usual. So email is definitely the preferred way of getting in contact with me. Okay, I'll have to correct this. My office is actually Schwartz. I'm missing a 1 here, 310 in Westville. Office hours, I've carved out this amount of time. Wednesday from 11 to 1 via Zoom and by appointment. So if you just click on the Zoom link, you can have a meeting with me. So I'm available at that time. If you need to meet me at that time, send me an email. I don't want to just log in for 2 hours and wait for you. So shoot me an email. Hey, I'd like to meet you, and then we could meet in this Zoom space. So mostly I'll communicate with you through email and these sort of videos, but then we could also meet face-to-face. If you want to, let me know, and we could meet here. And by appointment, so if this doesn't work, let me know. I can definitely meet you some other time. Okay, the lab materials will be provided for you, so that's good. Read through lab policies and grade determination. So welcome to the lab. The lab's usually the part that students find the most fun, and hopefully you'll think that as well. Lab score will be the average of your written or equivalent reports, data sheets, things like that. Details will be downloaded on Brightspace in the lab section. So that will be provided for you. You don't have to buy a lab manual, anything like that. Of your overall grade, the lab score is 20% of your overall grade. You do have to pass the lab, though, with a grade of 70 or better. The easiest way to fail the lab is not to do the lab, so make sure that you do the labs. We've got a tentative schedule posted here as well. Okay, so lab reports are due a week after they're completed. And late submissions are not accepted. I mean, if you're sick or something, let me know. I could make an adjustment for that, but just to randomly not do it, don't get in that habit. Okay. Okay, lab reports are written individually and reflect your own understanding of the experiment. You can collaborate with other people, but you do have to submit your own report. And then the grades for labs will be posted on Brightspace website. So make sure everything's entered correctly. I'll remind you, I've entered this, the first 3 labs or something like that at some point, and make sure that I've actually entered it correctly. Okay, and we can figure out any discrepancies. I'm sure there won't be, but just in case, you never know. Maybe you thought you handed it in and you didn't, things like that. Okay, so week 1, we just have a first meeting. So this is our first meeting, just kind of going over the syllabus, showing you where things are located. And next week is our first lab. More information about this will be forthcoming. There will be one to do next week, though. Following week, no lab. It's holiday week. Lab 2, 3, and then during test week, there's no lab. And we'll have the specific names of these labs in the future, so there's just sort of placeholders now. Okay. Very good. So that's the syllabus. You have my contact information there. So again, hopefully your notifications are on. When I have more information about the actual first lab, I will share that with you. All right, get off to a good start. If you have any questions, you have my email address, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.